gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Hello and welcome back for another round of Tipsy Wednesday, presented from the Penthouse Bar. With us, as usual, our host and editor, Bjørn!
Hello!
And of course, our host, in-house villain, and self-proclaimed cultured man himself, Junior!
Hello there.
Last but not least, our host, social media manager, and video editor, Thomas.
Hello! We made it through!
Yeah, without a hitch. Amazing.
Good.
Good.
Should we make a disclaimer already for the amount of topics we're lacking this evening?
Let's not talk about it.
I already mentioned it.
No,
We're not lacking any content.
That's the disclaimer already.
Fine.
And we haven't posted anything on social media.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Yep. But I have to check the mail. Because if I don't, we probably got some.
The one time you forgot to check it, we probably got some feedback on something. Are you reading something?
Whom?
It looks like you're reading an email.
Yeah, whom?
I don't know. I'll check it out later. Probably just the usual.
The usual spam.
The usual spam. It just didn't say anything or start out with tunes or nothing in the first line I could read, so I will have to check it out.
Okay.
But let's address last week's episode on YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
Do we need to address something about that?
Yes. You know, you edit the audio files and upload the podcast to our many podcast sites and apps.
Yeah.
And I edit the video for YouTube. And so I did last week as well. But I didn't upload it to YouTube when I was finished editing the damn episode.
All right,
Because
you forgot.
I edited the episode the day before release, so that was okay. Everything was fine. But I was up so late doing it, and when I was finished editing and saving the file on my computer, I looked at the watch and was like, shit, I should have been to bed like 3 hours ago. So I figured, I'm just going to bed now. After work tomorrow, I'll upload it for YouTube, and it's all good. And of course, went to bed, slept, went to work, got home from work. We're supposed to upload the video to YouTube. Got a call, had to attend a meeting and whatnot, and the day just went by. And surprise, surprise, it got late again, and I went to bed. And I was like, shit, I forgot to link the episode to Facebook and everything. And then I thought, it's on YouTube, I can just link it tomorrow morning when I get up. And got up the next morning and onto my computer and went onto YouTube and where's the damn episode? And then I remembered, fuck, I forgot to upload it. So I uploaded it like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Rode my bike to work. When I got to work, pulled out my phone and then linked the episode to the social media platforms.
So Tipsy Wednesday suddenly became Tipsy Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the podcast itself was available on iTunes and everywhere else, Spotify and whatnot. So it's just a shame I forgot the YouTube upload, but it's there now. It was a couple of hours late, like 8 hours too late or something, but hey, shit happens.
Yeah. I made bloopers like that as well, forgetting to link the episode, announcing like, here's the newest episode, and forgetting to put up the link.
Yeah.
Just announcing nothing.
Just an announcement and then no episode.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
As you said, shit happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of... No, I can't transition from that. I was just trying to...
You were just trying to?
transition into the next topic, but I don't know if it relates. You said better English, Thomas. What's this all about?
At work, sometimes we have foreign workers working around the place.
Yeah.
And they don't speak very good English at all. And usually when they call me on my phone when I'm at work, I answer the phone in the usual way, like Tipsy Security. Not the name of my security company, but and they like in the other end, you speak English. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. And the way this used to go was we spoke the very broken English, as we so often do here in Norway. Because when they spoke the bad Polish English, I usually turned straight away to the Norwegian Tor Heyerdahl English. Then I caught myself earlier this week, or last week by the time of this release. Answered the phone, Tipsy Security, and the guy on the other end, English. And I started out for like the 10 seconds with this bad English, saying yes, of course. And then straight away I just turned over to this English on the phone, and I was like, huh, I actually speak good English on the phone now.
Is that something you do automatically, just when you speak with foreign workers, that you just turn to this easier to understand English somehow?
Because their English is broken, and automatically I turn over to the Norwegian broken English. Maybe it's in the back of our heads, it's easier to understand each other if both is broken or something. I don't know. But
it seems that way.
But last time I managed to lay that behind me and just keep going with my normally goodish English.
You're good bad English.
As our try-hard English.
Yeah.
As good as we can, at least.
And I think Tipsy Wednesday has something to do with it, because we speak English now every week on a regular basis for a little over an hour. So I'm probably more comfortable speaking English now than I was before. So I think Tipsy actually have helped me when it comes to that regard.
Yeah, I think it's a lost art in yeah, because we don't usually speak English, right?
No.
Right.
But speaking of this good English and bad English, funny story time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because usually I can speak very good English, right?
Yeah.
Like this. This is I would say adequate. Adequate
Adequate.
adequate level of English.
Fine. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes you got these Polish drivers, right?
Yeah.
And you need to navigate them. And like, here, drive this. You can just back up like this and that. And you're trying your best to speak English to him. And then I got this colleague. He doesn't speak a word of English. Do you know what he speaks?
Polish?
No. Broken? No. Yeah, broken Norwegian and very good Spanish because he's from Chile.
Broken, yeah. Okay.
Yep, kind of broken Norwegian, even though he has been living here like 20, 30, 40 years. But still not native Norwegian, right?
Okay. So, what about this guy?
Yeah, but I am standing here with this Polish driver, speaking my fluent English and telling him to do this and that. And he cannot understand me. I switch over to this Tor Heyerdahl English. He doesn't understand me. And this, for some reason, this guy who cannot speak English, my colleague, he just does the hand signs and everything. And this Polish driver just, okay, I do this. Oh, yeah. And then he just backs up like a fucking god. I was like,
what?
It is a language I do not understand. What did he say? He just like, oh, do this. What? How am I supposed to communicate on this level?
What language is that really? It's the body language-ish something. When you don't understand a word, you're just trying to convey something with just hand gestures.
Yeah.
Maybe drivers have their own signs that means different things.
No.
You sure? Because when you drive a forklift,
Yeah, I know.
the driver is supposed to give you signs for what to do. Hand signs. So maybe some of them could translate to where to go from here as well.
Yeah, but do you know the forklift hand signs?
I used to when I worked with it.
It's this.
Okay.
That's one
And
of them,
that.
Yeah. Oh, there are a couple of more. There's a couple more, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's fucking stupid. Because the viewers who didn't see, it's a rotating. You rotate hand gesture. Like if you go clockwise, it's up. If you go counterclockwise, it's down. So the person,
really,
yeah.
Okay.
So the person
Wouldn't
that drives
just,
the forklift.
naturally, I would think like if you were pointing up, that would mean like go up. If you're pointing down, that would mean go down. Is it easier to understand clockwise and counterclockwise?
No, it's not. It's not easier to understand it, but it's the norm.
Why?
Yeah, but there are more signs in case you need to move left or right as well and stuff. There are a couple of more signs.
Yeah.
Don't remember them, but I do remember the swirly finger.
Yeah, that's
right.
yeah, the swirly finger. But of course, because it's easier, it's up and it's down. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, it's easier. You of course do it. Yeah, it is easier, but it's not the official language.
Nah.
I had a Polish guy trying to help me out. So I was driving the forklift. We're supposed to have some wood from the truck, and he gave me all the signs. Just you got your forks where they're supposed to be, and just lift up. But my forklift wasn't powerful enough. So when I started lifting the the wood, I started seeing the ground. Because my forklifts were tilting forward instead of the wood going up.
Oh no! Oh no!
And it all went so fast from looking at the driver to looking down at the pavement.
What do you do to get this tilted back?
I slowly reversed the lifting from putting them down again. And the lift back. Tilted
Because
back.
this reminds me of what we just did a couple of weeks ago. We almost did the same, but because we are smart, we had two people out the other end of the forklift as counterweights.
That's not smart. That's not even legal, I think.
That's such a sketchy way to get things done. Jesus.
Yeah, but we got it done. It was not a forklift. It was it's a mini forklift that you can use with your hands.
One of those like a larger trolley or something. What's it called? A jack lift or something?
No, yeah.
Speaking of our fluent English,
Yeah, it's
Nobody
called
knows the
This
name.
is technical terms.
it's called a snile. At Norwegian.
I don't know what.
I don't know what that is in Norwegian either.
Do you know the pallet?
So it's basically one of those normal manual like jack stands where you can like, but it's electrically powered, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know the pallets?
Yeah.
Yeah, pallet. It's an electrical that lifts those pallets up, and it can lift them really high.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sketchy shit, if you ask me.
But am I here or am I not?
I see you.
Yeah, then it's not sketchy.
It might have. Yeah, that's not how you define if something's sketchy or not.
Don't worry, Bjørn. If he fucks up, I just ram my fist up his ass.
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere.
Right there.
Like this. And for those who are not watching on YouTube, I just pulled my, well, not pulled my, but lifted my hands up, and they went out of my camera view.
Okay. Do we have any more topics?
Yeah, we have more topics. Did you hear the case about the police killing a guy in Oslo?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I explained this to Bjørn, and it sounded really one-sided, my explanation.
Yep.
Because
Thomas just, I haven't watched the news or anything. I was just working, right?
Yeah.
So Thomas messaged me and asked me, hey, did you hear about the guy who got killed by the police down in the main capital? And I was like, no. And Thomas was like, yeah, they ran him over and then they shot him. I was like,
they ran him over twice, and then they shot him
and then they
six
shot
times.
him. That's how he explained it to me, and I was like, whoa, that sounds like some police violence right there. That was my first thought, partly because of how Thomas explained it to me, and partly because that's just my natural thought about the first go when I hear about police violent stuff. It's just, oh, that's some police violence. Yeah, big surprise. So, does that say something about the society we live in? That's my natural go-to. It's like, oh, of course, that's police violence.
In Norway, that shouldn't be your go-to when speaking about police, because they don't even carry weapons on them.
Yeah, because should we go in depth about what really happened, or
we can go.
One action? Well, basically, there was this guy who had been mentally ill for a long time, and he just had been released from his forced mental rehab.
Yeah.
Institution.
Forced mental rehab.
Supposed to say this happened before. What he did now.
Yeah. So then he was forced into mental rehab, and now 2 days after he was released from the mental rehab, he just went apeshit again and threatened people on the streets with a knife. It was like,
he were running down the street barefoot and with no clothes on his upper body.
Yeah.
So basically, he had his pants on and a huge ass knife in his hand.
Yep. So the police literally intertwined. They drove in between this knife guy and blocked him from reaching some woman he had threatened. And at one point, in my opinion, this was the first mistake that led to the event, the
main event.
And consequence, the main event. It's wrong to call it an event. Yeah. The main consequence. Yeah, the killing. Because when he was in front of the car, waving his knife, shouting stuff and being threatening, they gave gas and they actually hit him.
They floored it.
They floored the throttle and they ran over him. Well, they didn't.
They hit him and he flew.
They hit him and he got pushed off the trunk, and then he didn't calm down because of course they just ran. They hit him with their police car, so he got more angry, which was a huge mistake on the police part. In my opinion, that never could de-escalate the situation by running him over, not a criminal. So he didn't calm down, and they rammed him again.
That was the best part. When you watch this on the news, he went from the road onto the pavement, and they just ram him into a building. don't know if he actually leaped back and didn't get hit, or if they shoved him through a window. I'm not totally clear on that. It looks like they rammed him through a window with the car. And then he managed to get back on his feet and open the police car and stabbed one of the police officers in the car.
Yeah.
And then they shot him no more than 6 times, I believe.
Yeah. Which sounds like really violent, but of course, if you were in that position, he was like opening the door and like jabbing the knife inside the car towards the passenger side, I think, towards the police officer who was sitting there. And at that point, they shot him.
Yeah, because
Which,
police
at that point, what were they supposed to do? Just wait until he hit the officer in the neck with the knife or something? At that point, it was too late. They didn't have tasers, so they shot him. But the events leading up to this could have been avoided.
Yep.
Should have been avoided. They shouldn't have ran over him. What did they expect to happen? Did they expect him to, like, calm down? Oh, you just ran over me. Now I'm gonna calm down.
The thing is...
No, he got more furious.
Police in Norway don't carry weapons on them, but they have them in their car. In a safety box or something.
Okay.
Or they might actually have the gun on them, but the ammunition is in a safety box. No matter what, they should have, before they rammed him the first time, opened their doors and pulled the guns on him and told him to calm down. I think.
They should have tried to de-escalate the situation by any other means than hitting him with a car.
Because that is actually
twice.
The philosophy in Norway is always to de-escalate situations with calming people down by talking to them. That's why security guards and police usually don't wear weapons.
But I think they were scared of him.
Yeah, that's another aspect, just the pure human aspect. If you're sitting inside a vehicle, you're like kind of protected. And you don't want to go out and meet the guy waving the knife.
Yeah, but you're 2 guys, or a girl and a guy, and you have weapons in your car.
You should have, yeah. So I don't know what what ultimately led them to the decision of let's hit him with a car. But that was just ultimately, in hindsight, very wrong.
Yeah,
not the
especially
best
doing it twice.
I would have done it twice. Or thrice.
What?
Yeah, if he gets up and is fucking angry, I would just do it one more time.
Until you kill him.
So they did.
Yeah. And you see, they didn't do it enough, because he got up.
So you just wanted to kill him, like, from the get-go?
No, just break his legs.
Oh, damn. Well, that's savage. So, yeah. They handled that situation wrong, which led to the wrong outcome.
In our opinion.
In our opinion.
It was
from just a purely uneducated third-person perspective, watching it through the news.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, but how did this happen? Didn't he almost stab a lady? Was that?
I think he was chasing a lady.
A lot.
And
he threatened a lot of people on the streets. Well, several people, not just the lady that eventually got protected by the police, but a lot of other people as well. Just random people walking in the streets.
But how did you say the police protected this lady? Because
they heard 911 calls and then came driving into that street. That's how they... and they literally positioned their car in between the knife man and the woman. That's how they literally, like, blocked him from her.
Yeah, I can imagine that they drove over him with kind of accident.
No. They had stopped. They drove in between.
No accident.
They drove in between the knife man and the lady, and they stopped there, using the car as a like physical block, and they were like playing this. Almost could have been playing this like tag, but he didn't like literally run around chasing her. But he like eventually stood in front of the car shouting and waving, and then the police officers hit him with the car. So he didn't like, the car wasn't speeding and he jumped in front of it. The car was standing still, and then they decided to hit the gas and ram him.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at this from the police perspective. Because perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can imagine they did it just to protect this woman.
Is that the right way?
I don't know.
It's a better way, because imagine that they stopped. Both of them had to get out of this car. Then he could just run and stab her.
Then they could just shoot him, like they ended up doing in the. I want to say in the
but
in the end. So.
Yeah, but they were kind of avoiding doing that.
Yeah, by running him over twice.
Yeah, yeah, but imagine that. Once you pull up the car, and then you cannot just send one guy out to handle the situation.
Both would be a
yeah, and then you cannot drive the car anymore, and then he would just run and stab her.
Then they would shoot him. When you
when
you have the woman behind the car and you have him in front of the car and you open your doors and get behind the doors and point the gun at him, if he's supposed to stab the one on the other side of the car, he will have to run around you.
Do we know if they had weapons and ammunition available from their seats? Well, eventually they had.
Yeah, well, they shot him when he opened the car door and started stabbing the police officer.
Okay.
So they shot him. So they have weapons available in their cars.
From the driver and passenger seats.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, well.
Yeah, but
they just don't carry loaded guns.
Because I imagine maybe they pulled up to this situation and they didn't have the weapons or ammunition available at that very moment. Maybe. And maybe they tried to protect this woman by ramming him to put some distance in between them before they got the weapons ready. I don't know, just pure speculation. I haven't followed up this case in the news or haven't so
and maybe
there's probably 1,000 ways to look at this from others' perspectives. I'm trying to see it from the police perspective as well, but ultimately just
but this is the case because who's going to get the blame for this?
Don't know. He died out in the media shortly after.
Yeah,
but I suspect there will be some repercussions, and it will be in the papers again.
Yeah, but ultimately, it's his own fault, right?
His own fault? The knife man's fault?
Yeah.
I agree with him, Junior, up there.
Yeah, because he didn't have to go and try and stab people.
He was mentally ill, though.
Well, of course, but he was mentally ill, and maybe it says something about our healthcare system, about our treatment or judgment of mentally ill people.
Yeah, but you as a police officer getting stabbed, yeah.
Yeah, if it gets to that point when he was jabbing the knife inside the car towards that passenger, yeah, what's the other option? Waiting, I'm trying to shout calm down and then getting stabbed to death, or shooting him. So at that point, I could see them being human and afraid of getting stabbed to death. Having weapons available, I could see them shooting him. But everything leading up to that could have been done differently as well.
Yeah, but
ultimately the car ramming.
Yeah, but I imagine that the police underestimated this situation.
Maybe they thought he would kind of give up when they rammed him the first time.
Yeah, because if he was a drunk person, he would just lay down like drunk people does when they fall. So maybe
there's a lot of sides to this. Jeez.
Yeah, let's not go in depth on that. Junior.
Well, we should because of our topics.
We have topics. Junior, what is bad crowd?
I was at this event last night.
Last night?
Last night?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this in general terms? What was this event?
A comedy stand-up show.
A show?
Yeah,
With
stand-up
one
show.
comedian?
No, with a couple of comedian, like amateurs. But
It
there
was a comedy night.
Yeah, comedy night with stand-ups. And
Okay.
there was, of course, some people were more known than others. And there was a really famous lady there. But that's not the point of this comedy show. But anyway, this comedy show was at my local pub. And people in this local pub get so fucking drunk so quickly. So, have you ever been at a comedy show where the crowd is bad?
No.
No, the last comedy show I was at, the crowd was excellent.
Yeah, but that's the fucking worst. To have a bad crowd. Oh, this local, locally speaking persons, they're just chatting with themselves quite loudly while someone is trying to have a show.
Well,
yeah.
There's a lot of factors. I just, from the top of my mind, first off, the entertainment in this case, the comedy, the comedians, they can't be arranged like, they can't have their stand-up performance like way into the night, way late. Because at that point, in a pub, people will be drunk.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
it was
just an unfortunate event of just the pub. So was this early or was this late?
9.
9 p.m. So, like, felt early in the evening.
Yeah,
and people were shit-faced drunk at that point?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they didn't
Okay.
care or what, because they and there was like 2 or 3 groups of people that were constantly getting the attention from the comedians. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Because they were being, like, overly distracting, overly
chat. They're chatting with themselves, right?
They
Like a
weren't, these crowds were at their mindset, they weren't there for the comedians. They weren't there for the show. They were there to drink and be amongst themselves. That's why these people were there. They didn't care about what happened on stage, I guess.
Yeah, I
Bjørn,
understand
tenk om noen
that.
skulle avbryte han Junior på den måten og bare prate med seg selv på sitt eget språk.
What?
Forbanna kuk. But you understand? Because you had to pay a ticket for the show. So they have paid this ticket, and then they're sitting and scrubbling amongst themselves. Yeah, I don't fucking care. But
like I just tried to do with Bjørn to interrupt Junior in Norwegian.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I just...
But
my
Bjørn,
mind just
Bjørn didn't catch on. And then Junior called me a cuck.
yeah, but you do not... comedian is really time-consuming. I don't understand, but... Not time-consuming, but timing is everything.
Yeah, we know
And
all
when
about
they're...
that.
Yeah, and when they're constantly getting interrupted, you destroy the flow of the show. It was so bad because of these people. Some of them had to be thrown out.
I was just about
Yeah,
to ask, can't you just throw them out if they keep interrupting?
Yeah, that was kind of what happened at the end. Or because there was like a 10-minute break between the half point. And the loud people went out to smoke or drink, and they didn't come back. So I wonder if they got stopped to getting entry back.
Right. I think they were, hopefully...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and one of the comedians was actually not drunk at all. He was sober. And he did a show that me and Bjørn went on last evening? Last
week.
It was 2 weeks ago. Oh, last week? Was it? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, last week. And it was much better when he was drunk.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, perhaps he had other jokes. Perhaps it wasn't his sober or drunk state.
No, it was the same joke.
Oh, okay.
because the way he told it at the other event was much better with the punchline and the graphicness.
Okay.
Than this time.
Do you think it had something to do with the crowd as well? If you said his latest show you were at, if the crowd was bad, do you think that has a lot to do with it?
It has something to do with it, because you really notice that the comedians only have this time frame, and they really have to keep this time frame. And when they keep getting interrupted, they have to schedule faster. So they cannot tell the story in all its glory.
I think you're right, because what I've heard is like they get this time frame of like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes each, and they're like on a very tight schedule for stage time. So yeah, if you get distracted by drunk crowds who doesn't care, that sucks for the other people who does care for the show. But hey, what can you do besides try to be one of the
good guys?
Good crowd, the good guys, yeah.
Yeah, but there's a really big difference, because the last person who came to the show was the most famous one, and she did an excellent job, even though she had a very limited time frame, because you understand, she kept pushing away when her time frame became smaller and smaller as the show became more and more distracted.
Yeah,
and she really pulled that one. She was very talented at this timing and everything, and she kept it so fast and loud paced that people could not interrupt her.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of technique, but yeah.
Well, imagine this summer or next Christmas when we are hosting an event at the bar.
Yeah.
Live event
I don't think we
could. Tipsy.
How would that be like? Fucking hell. What would we do?
We would just retell good stories from other episodes for like an
I
hour.
don't think story time makes for good stand-up.
Yeah,
not stand-up. We're just having a show. No. Not a stand-up show, just a live event show.
No, but all these stand-ups, they are not one-liners. They are stories.
Many of them are.
They're really well-told stories.
Your shit story. Don't work. It would really it
would really sell, but you have to expand on it and lie and elaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Well, that's the thing with storytelling and stand-up. It's an art form. You have to like practice it, see what details you should focus on, timing, feel the crowd, but feel the atmosphere, and like, yeah, it's a whole lot other than just telling a funny story. You have to tell it well.
Yeah, but you've already told it twice now. One for the Norwegian podcast and one for the English.
No, I think so.
Yeah. Third time is the charm, right?
Yeah, but you can lay layers of the story, like when you were shitting this god abomination out of your asshole, you felt it burn you through your abominal, as it did.
Well, I think I did explain that as I think I did explain it as an explosive shit.
Yeah,
it was like
hellfire.
Like
Imagine
blasting the porcelain with shit.
Go back to episode 3. Shit happens to listen to that story if you already haven't.
Episode 3. That
Episode
sounds like a long time
Shit
ago.
happens. That is a long time ago.
What are we on now? 30 something?
20 something, I believe.
No. Tipsy Wednesday, episode 34. This will be
Holy
episode 34.
While I have everyone's attention, instead of doing this at the end of the podcast, I'll do it now while people are still paying attention to us.
What is
next week? I'm having family over from north of Norway. And
So we got
not,
guests for next episode.
No. We will not be able to record. What episode was this?
This is 34.
34. We will not be able to record episode 36 then, as usual. So, when we record episode 35, we will have to record episode 36 as well. And we need topics to fill out 2 episodes in 1 week. We will release them as usual, of course, but we have to record them at the same time. So please send us topics that we can discuss on our next 2 episodes. And you can do so at tipsywednesday@gmail.com or in our Facebook group, Tipsy Wednesday. Thank you. And with that out of the way, I will repeat that at the end of the episode.
That sounded very formal. You just info. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the formal part. Junior, our last topic, actually. The rise of Kurt SMQ.
Main story quest.
You have a main story now?
What?
Yeah,
Holy
I'm
fuck.
getting a main story quest.
Good!
Okay.
I'll actually elaborate on my main story as well afterwards. A tiny
Yeah,
part.
yeah, but I will copy Thomas' main story quest.
Are you going to the doctors?
I will go to the doctors because last night I was, yeah,
You were at the show.
I would know
Right.
after the show because I was the chauffeur.
The driver.
So the driver, the designated driver. I drove the friendly couple of mine home, and then this girl and I spoke in my car for like 5 hours.
Huh?
Spoke
Okay.
in your car?
Yes. Huh?
Were you
Spoke?
sure?
You were
sure it was just speaking?
spoke. Just talking?
For 5 hours?
No, we're just speaking. But anyhow, I got called out because, as you know, this is No Shave November.
Mm.
And she was like, "You're growing this beard, and you're not getting yourself checked." And I was like, "Fuck,
What?
maybe." No Shave November.
Yeah, you're growing beard and you're not getting yourself checked? For
Yeah, do you know-
Cancer awareness, isn't that
Cancer-
the whole
yeah,
point
it's
of
for
No
the
Shave
cancer.
November?
Yeah.
Yeah, to raise awareness about cancer. Okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah, the prostate cancer.
Mm.
So it's kind of hypocritically to not get this checked and telling everyone else to do it.
Okay, yeah. Hey, I don't shave because cancer awareness. You should get yourself checked for prostate cancer. I was like, me? No.
That's
Okay,
just a blood test, right?
Yeah,
Really?
but cannot check everything.
So you want the finger check as well? Do you?
No,
Is that what you're referring to?
No, every type of cancer.
Okay.
No, you
yeah.
can't. You can check yourself for every type of cancer with just a blood test.
Yeah, then I would go for that.
But you can't. I'm telling you.
It says you cannot. You
I
can't.
cannot.
Yeah.
You can a couple of types, but some of them you have to do some scanning, like the MRI I did for the brain. I believe for lungs you have to do something else that won't check out in the blood test. And if you have in your throat, you have to swallow the damn camera thingy so they can look inside you. So there's not just a
Yeah.
blood test for every cancer type.
Well, I will do as Thomas did and go to the doctors and ask, "Hey, do I have cancer?"
Well, shit.
Yeah, because of your lack of beard growth.
Yeah.
I'm
Do I
trying
have
to grow this
cancer?
beard and it won't grow properly. Fuck it.
Properly.
Properly. Do I have cancer in my face or something? Can we check that out?
What is this? No, but, dude, I would really love to just check if my testosterone levels are okay as well, because people struggle with that as well. I don't know.
Testosterone levels?
You have,
Is that related to cancer?
Do you have
or
a problem getting it up?
No, I'm just
No.
lazy.
Why do you question your testosterone levels?
Baby, who knows?
If it works fine, you probably have enough testosterone.
Yeah, but and then I can check if I got enough of my vitamin D, because every man does not have it.
I'm taking pills
Is it
for vitamin
or
D.
vitamin?
D,
Okay,
it's the sunny vitamin.
Yeah, the sun.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
And lo and behold, we do not have a lot of sun here. Half of the year at least.
yeah, and when we do, you're not outside, so
Yeah, we hide.
There's not a lot of sun in
hide.
front of the computer now.
No.
did Bjørn just disconnect?
No.
No?
I just think
What?
it's a picture hung up.
Oh yeah, my picture's hanging up on Thomas's
No,
damn,
you're back.
Look at me go. Yeah, now I'm back. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hopefully my audio is fine. It was on my end, so
So
yeah, well.
now, guys,
Games?
games.
Yeah.
Have any
I
of
don't know
you
if there's much to update.
Have any of you seen Squid Game?
We have seen Squid Game.
Bjørn have seen Squid Game. I have not.
What?
It's on my list.
What?
I will just finish up Sons of Anarchy first. So I still have 3 seasons to go. And a half. 3.5 seasons to go.
Wow, that's a lot of entertainment.
Yeah,
there.
I don't need to hop on the bandwagon now to watch Squid Game with all the hype. So I think I'll wait to that die down a bit and then I watch it. Then I won't be disappointed because of all the expectations due to the surrounding hype right now.
Yeah, but
Because that's also a thing.
If that would be the case.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it now, but I'll just wait a bit.
yeah, I think you would enjoy it. I've not seen the whole show. I got 3 more episodes left. So do not spoil me, Bjørn. But it's a solid show, but not the best I ever seen. It's not fucking Picasso.
That's gonna be our unpopular opinion, because I share your opinion. It's a solid show, but it's not mind blowing. I didn't have as much entertainment value from Squid Game as I had from Attack on Titan, for example. Because I was like, I tried to explain it like entertainment value, enjoyment, like in general. It's like, yeah, Squid Game was good, but I wasn't like, oh yes,
yeah, but
which I was with Attack on Titan.
yeah, but Attack on Titan is the only show that is
That's really
that-
good!
no,
Yeah.
that is like 10 out of 10. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you say Squid Game is holding up against Game of Thrones?
Uncomparable. 1 season of Squid Game versus 8 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Which
based
seasons
on
are we comparing?
yeah, which seasons are we comparing? That's really important.
Yeah,
Like,
but
in general.
yeah, but you compared Squid Game to Attack on Titan. How can they compare, right?
I don't know. Attack on Titan, 20 minutes episodes in 4 seasons. That equals to more. More showtime than 1 season
Yeah, but
of 10 episodes, 50 minutes.
Attack on Titan got that hype. You're not
Yeah,
hyped.
Squid Game got the hype as well.
No, no.
After the fact.
No, it's not like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah, Squid Game was like a sneaky one. It just like, here's this Korean show, and people were like, what the fuck is this? It's on Netflix. I'm gonna click it. And people were like, oh, this is great, because they didn't expect anything. But
Yeah, but
like getting some distance after I watched the show, I was like, yeah, it was good, but I wasn't like, sitting at the edge of my seat for it.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a very unpopular opinion in the general public.
yeah, but Squid Game did something right.
Yeah, they did a lot of things right.
Yeah, it's a really good show, I would say. But they kinda what is called when they do a twist, when the writers does twist.
Switcheroo.
The old
A switcheroo.
switcheroo.
Yeah, in episode 2.
Don't spoil for people who haven't seen
Yeah,
it. But
I haven't
there's a
seen it yet.
switcheroo in episode 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really caught me off guard. Because, of course, they were going to do this decision. Because, how else would the show continue? I would say to myself, and then
Yeah, okay, I know what you're referring to now.
yeah,
Just-
and then they did a switcheroo, and it was really good. That was really
Mm.
good storytelling. Squid Game.
yeah, did a lot of things right, but in the end, it's a good show, but I wasn't sitting at the edge of my seat for it. So
that's why I'm distancing myself a little bit before watching it. Just
Yeah,
don't
you
have
can't
the
watch-
I think
expectations
that's-
after the
if you
recent
like-
hype. I feel everyone have seen the damn show now, so like everyone tells me it's so good, you need to watch it.
yeah,
So
you
I'm
will
like,
watch it.
I'll just wait a bit. I'll wait a bit, then I'll
Yeah.
watch it.
Thomas, has your school started having meetings about kids in your school playing games like Squid Games?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Yeah, because I've heard this has been the case at some schools. They had this like grand meetings calling in the parents for emergency meetings where they say like, hey, this is serious, guys. The kids are playing the games they play in Squid Game. This is dangerous.
But aren't the games
like-
in Squid Game, or many of them
Children games?
actually child
Yeah.
games? Yes.
Yeah,
children games?
that's the point, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm getting as well. It's just games, and yes, kids will play games. When we were kids, we played with guns. We pretended to shoot each other. We pretended to kill each other. But did we turn into psychopaths?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think so.
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we're not all there. I mean, just listen to us, as people do.
What I'm getting at is most people, when they were kids, played these silly games, and it doesn't mean you'll turn into a psycho killer when you grow up.
No, but I mean,
Psycho,
in Squid Game, they play red light or green light or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And
And
where the
that-
consequence of, like, if you get caught by the red light, you die.
Yeah. Well,
How are they gonna play that as a kids? Do they like, hey, you die, and the kids gang up and they kill one of the other kids? No.
no, but in the real game,
It doesn't
you're
happen.
out. You have to start over, right, until you have one winner eventually.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's the original red light, green light.
That's how we played it, at least. But those games, or Squid Game, is a mini game or a game within Roblox, which is a mobile game, also playable for PC, I think.
Yeah, because Roblox is basically a like sandbox game where you can implement a lot of different things.
Yeah, and I've seen my kids play the Squid Game edition on Roblox, which isn't as violent as the show, because this Roblox is meant for 10-year-olds. So many kids could have picked up those games through that game, because many children, at least here in Norway, play Roblox.
Have
Super
you?
popular.
Yeah, but a Norwegian game creator, he's really famous now because he makes those silly games and they become really famous. He made
Which games in particular?
I don't know.
Muck.
I don't play silly games.
Muck. Muck is a game that he
Pokemon.
made, and
It's a Pokemon.
no Muck.
It's a Pokemon.
And then he created Crab Game. It is Squid Game. Just everything he makes is free. It's really good. It's taking off.
Okay. Sounds like a good deal. A free good game.
Yeah, free good game. Multiplayer. Your children will love this shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
on Steam.
What's it called? Crab game?
Yeah, Crab Game.
Okay. Free on Steam. Okay.
Free on Steam. We should link the trailer because he is just. I don't give a fuck.
Link me a
He-
trailer and I
he-
post it on social medias.
Yeah, he doesn't care about this game at all.
Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound like a good game experience if he doesn't care about
He
it.
made a
But
good
he doesn't
game,
care
but he
in what
doesn't-
way.
He doesn't care about marketing.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Okay. But what do you have to lose? It's a free game, so that's my thought, at least.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll end this podcast with a really short story.
Right.
Last time I was at the doctor's office, I had a mole removed from my back. And of course they sued the whole...
Cut?
Yeah, the cut, sue it, or
Do they
stitch it up afterwards.
When you remove the mold, do they actually like cut it out?
Yeah. With a
Okay,
scalpel.
yeah.
I just cut it out. You get some anesthetic beforehand, and they cut it out, and then they stitch you up, and patch you up, and says come back in 10 days, we remove the stitches. And so I did. And they patched me back up with a little patch, and said wear a patch for 10 days and it's all good. And then I got home in the evening. I did this in the morning, went back to work, then I came home, my kids come over, and I started playing with my kids. The play with my daughter and me became who can, or she was supposed to show me a chokehold.
Okay.
She learned, and I thought, hey, I learned some of those chokeholds in judo class, which we did when we were younger. So I told her I'd show her a chokehold. And she started fighting back. And then we're supposed to get her on the ground. And when I bent over, it wasn't completely healed on the back.
Oh no.
So it just popped back open.
No.
And I could basically hear it when it happened. It was like, and the pain just spread throughout my back. And I was like, oh fuck. And I had my daughter check it out, and she's like, yeah, it's open. There's a hole. There's a hole there now. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Here's a new patch. Put it on, please. She put it on. So now,
Did you start bleeding, or was it like shortly grow?
No, there was some kind of fluid there because, yeah. But when I removed the new patch the day after, that was completely bled through or something. It's better now. It's been a couple of days, so now when I change the band-aid, there's only a tiny bit of fluids on.
Okay, so you'll probably end up with like this weird spot on your back.
Yeah, a
It's
scar.
Yeah, a
I'll have a
scar. Yeah.
But the stories I can tell in the future when I'm on the beach.
Yeah.
And sees the scar and I'm like, what the hell happened to you? And I can say, I got stabbed in the back at work. Work as a security guard.
No. You have to do the dad thing. It's like
The dad thing?
on my way to school, I had to go to the bad neighborhood, and I got stabbed several times. This is one of the scars. On my way to school, I had to go every day, 2 hours, one way. It's like that's the dad's way to school. You have it so much better these days, guys. Kids. That's like...
Whoa.
And with that,
Yeah.
if you guys have any suggestions to topics, hate, whatever, please do send us topics, as mentioned earlier. We need something for our double recording next week. Send it to tipsywednesday@gmail.com. Write to us in our Facebook group, Tipsy Wednesday. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and join our Discord server. And follow us on YouTube, where you can actually watch us.
Good stuff.
Because sometimes we point at things which our audio listeners can't see. But
And sometimes Thomas inserts some funny stuff.
yeah, that happens. I add effects, not effects. I add pictures and GIFs and sound effects. I do.
I imagine you'll add something on me when I convert to Norwegian for a split second. interrupting Junior?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know now, because I just figure it out as I go when I edit the episode, because I'm actually watching the episode and just adding stuff along the way.
Okay.
Because I usually listen to the podcast anyway, so now I can just watch through it, and then when something comes up, I just pause it, and I find whatever I want to add, and I add it, and then I just play it again, and pause it the next time I think, I can add something here.
That's really thorough.
Yeah, and it doesn't take too much time, like I watched the episode, so it will take me the hour, plus a little bit more to add in stuff, but not too much longer. So, and I like doing it, so there's that.
Okay, well.
Next episode will be a short one, because I have family members over, so I will not be going on over that and adding stuff. I will just add the stuff on the intro and the outro, and add up the audio with the video. But that's for next episode. But with all that out of the way, goodbye.
Yes.
Good night.
Goodbye.